I'm so obsessed with it already.
Everyone at some point in their life thinks about getting a tattoo. I've thought about it 5 times. Tattoos, I think, are magical. There's something about them that has the power to heal. Last year I got a tattoo to memorialize my aunt who passed away, and it was one of the most empowering moments of my life. So I want to share that experience with other people, which is why I'm on a mission to find other people with powerful stories and hook them up with their dream tattoo. Welcome to First Ink. I'm sure half of the people in LA have tattoos. Henry, do you have a tattoo?
No.
And what about the rest of you guys? Who here has tattoos in the car?
I do.
How many?
I have 1.
We are driving from our BuzzFeed campus in Hollywood all the way to Santa Barbara. We're gonna be meeting Claire, who's a student, who's gonna be getting her first ink today. She has a very powerful story. It's pretty difficult subject matter, but I went through hundreds of submissions for this. Claire stood out the most. We're gonna hear her story, which is very compelling. We're gonna find out about her tattoo, what she has in mind, and hook her up with some dope tattoo art.
It's kind of a story with good things and bad things, and with this tattoo, I'm trying to reflect the good things that came out of it. Around January this year, I was sexually assaulted by my boss. I was out getting drinks with coworkers. He offered to walk me home. And the next thing I knew, we were in bed together and he was taking off a used condom. When it first happened, I was really, really deep in denial. I was having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I was still going to work with him. It took me the longest time to say it out loud and say I was assaulted and like I was raped. Having people there to tell you like, no, it's not your fault, helped me feel a lot more comfortable in telling other people. So I want this tattoo to represent the people who were there for me when I needed them the most.
So you're gonna get flowers to represent friends and family who supported you.
Yeah.
This is my studio. I've been tattooing, well, I did my first one like 14 years ago.
Is that legal?
No, my rebellious teen years sort of led me to hanging out in tattoo shops at a young age.
How would you describe your tattoo style?
Painterly, illustrative. Floral is my concentration, I would say. Flowers can represent a lot of different things and be subtle at the same time. It's a classic, timeless piece to have a flower.
When Claire and I first spoke, she wanted to work with you the most.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so talented.
Are you ready to see some designs?
Here are a few watercolors that I came up with.
I really like this middle one.
Okay.
I really love the colors on it. I think the shape is nice and that.
Do you like the size?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
a great size.
When I put the stencil on you,
We can adjust it.
adjust it if we need to.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's your first tattoo right there. You happy with the design? Happy with the placement?
Of course.
That's a substantial piece right there. No, I mean, this is no joke. My first piece was the size of a quarter, so
I'm committed.
you're jumping right in. Are you ready to get your first ink?
Yes.
Let's go.
Ready?
I feel like it's not bad, but it definitely is not comfortable either. Like if you had a bad sunburn and someone just kept poking at it.
It looks beautiful. How have you been coping with the pain?
The first 2.5 hours went by really quickly. Now that it's getting more sensitive, it's a little bit harder.
How's she doing, Mallory?
She's sitting really well. I'm impressed.
I'm kind of jealous right now. It's pretty addicting. Addicting, not in the negative
Yeah.
sense, in like once you do it, you want to do it
Yeah,
again.
I think like you get your first one, you realize that it wasn't that big of a deal, like you don't think about it that much. When somebody gets one tattoo, they really intend on getting others, even if they don't know it, you know?
We're about 4.5 hours in.
I wanted to report it because this was a guy who was working with some of my closest friends, and I was worried that he would try to do the same thing he did to me to someone else that I cared about. It was arranged that I was going to have a phone call with the CEO to discuss the matter. I wasn't sure if the company would be discreet. I wasn't sure if they would believe me. I was scared of what my coworkers would think of me if it got out. I ended up texting my friend who lives in San Diego. He, in the middle of the night, drove up, said, I want to be with you during that call. The next day, my friend calls me up and she says, "Oh my gosh, our boss just got fired." And I was so happy in that moment. I had my friend who drove up from San Diego and the friend who gave me the phone call pick out flowers, lavender and poppy. My experience was painful. This tattoo is a little painful, but you can find beautiful things in it.
I'm stoked to help empower some women to reclaim their bodies through the process of getting tattooed. It makes it even more rewarding.
How close are we, Mallory?
Let me just clean it and we're done.
We're done. You have successfully completed your first tattoo.
I'm really excited to see the final results.
Okay, do you want to check it out?
Oh my gosh.
Like it?
I love it. I feel like I'm in shock a little bit. I couldn't have gotten a better first tattoo than this.
I'm so obsessed with it already.
How do you think your friends and family will react to this new addition?
My friends are really gonna like it. My family, they're gonna be surprised at least.
Are you gonna tell them?
Yeah, because I don't want to have to hide it all my life.
Is one of your friends here who
Yeah.
is one of the flowers?
I love you.
How do you think the tattoo came out?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's everything I expected and more.
She has a lavender on her ankle as well, so we're gonna match a
Oh,
little
check
bit.
you guys out,
Yeah.
twins.
So I hope that anyone watching this who's going through a similar situation knows that people will have their back and they can speak out too.
But no, I feel a little bit like Santa Claus right now. Yeah, I feel a little bit like Tattoo Santa Claus right now. Tattoo Santa Claus.
Yeah, tattoo Santa Claus.